They're like the two giants in the multiplayer world. So watching them whenever they end up, especially in a semi-final or a final situation.
That's so crazy that Crowder won that.
It is a lot of fun to watch. Toby,
That's
talk
so
to me a little bit
crazy
about,
that
some of the
Crowder won
tournaments
that.
you have seen or watched. I mean, here at the Esports World Cup, did you get a chance to actually look at the arenas, check things out, you know, see what's been happening here?
Oh, me and Ethan got a chance to catch the final of the Rocket League.
Yeah.
A little bit of that. Couldn't even get a seat in the arena ourselves because it was so packed, and the atmosphere in there was absolutely crazy. Like, it feels like you're at an actual sporting event.
Yeah.
So that goes to show the size of esports over here, and probably across the world, really.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is one of those. It's one of those like growing industries. We are obviously counting down towards that ceremony in just a little bit. I'm really thankful you guys are taking a lot of time to chat. I'm very thankful for that. I want to talk about one of the other titles that is closer to your heart. Just before I do, the gentleman that ended up winning EAFC, right? He qualified through the last chance qualifier, which happened in week 3. Bearing in mind we're here in week 8. The team that he plays for is Diogo Jota's esports team.
No way.
Called Luna Galaxy.
Yeah.
Diogo sat exactly where you are. You looked me in the eyes and said, "Hey, if my guy makes it, maybe he can do well." Ends up taking second in the group, smashes the guy who won the World Championship in Berlin 2 weeks ago, right? So literally 2 weeks before, he smashes him. He runs the entire bracket, and Diogo Jota's representative, Jafonso, ends up winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of footage that I want to bring up on screen.
No way.
Dude, when you hear a story like that, like, what does that do? You know, you will have had an influence on people looking at content. What do you think that does for potential, athletes and competitors?
I think that's just inspiring. I think a lot of people write themselves off when they see the skill gap in certain games. For him to go through last chance qualifiers and then do that is going to be inspiring for so many people across the world.
It's also, you never know when your day is. Like, some days, everything you touch turns to gold. And it seems like he had the streak on the pad.
I mean, it was fantastic. He played out of his mind, took down some of the biggest stars. And then it's also really nice for me, obviously, because like my life is esports. So the club that won is the one that's got, the FC representation. The Liverpool. No, who did Diogo play for?
He plays for
Liverpool right now.
He actually got this assist just a minute ago.
I just doubted myself for a second. Oh my word. Also, one of the big teams in esports, Team Liquid, they partnered with a Dutch footballer, Gillet. And they had to have Gillet on their bench the entire time, which made me laugh so much. It made me laugh so much. And we actually asked the guys, like, so what happens if you don't have this? Like, no, we have to. Team Liquid, Team Gillet. To be fair, he was one of the best players, one of the best cards in footies. So it was fantastic. Let's look a little bit forward now and talk about what's going to be happening for the rest of our show. We'll see that in just a second. Because, of course, with 37 minutes left to go for the closing schedule, what is still remaining for us? It is just that closing ceremony pre-show where we're sitting and chatting. Unfortunately, we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. We apologize about that. And then, of course, the EWC Club Trophy will be coming up later. I believe...
God, that screen's bright. Holy shit.
Have you guys joining us? What's your plans for the rest of the evening, Toby?
I'd like to see the trophy lift because I've seen all the triangles and stuff. I'd love to see the actual big trophy get lifted.
Yeah, that would be sick.
It looks amazing on all the graphics and stuff. It looks like it's going to be.
I actually wish we had a chance to come out here earlier and experience it a little bit more. From what we've seen, it's been incredible. I feel like I've missed out.
A lot of fun. And also, I just say to you guys, we did originally have a couple more videos to play. We're just having a little bit of issues. So I'm really thankful that you're sitting here and turning this into a bit of a podcast with me, which is fantastic stuff. So as we get ready for the next ad break, I guess the question is going to be, I wonder if we can actually set up a challenge or something. I'm gonna figure out whether or not we had a bit of fun. I got to play like at EAFC and Street Fighter and Tekken on broadcast, which was a ton of fun.
That's quite cool.
30 seconds. Okay, got it. So what we will be doing is, reminder, in 36 minutes, that closing ceremony will continue. The trophy lift will be followed by the performances. Steve Aoki as well as Kid Cudi right here from
Steve Aoki.
We're very appreciative you're sitting watching the Esports World Cup preview of our closing ceremony. Myself, Toby, and Ethan will be returning on the other side of this ad break. Don't go anywhere. EWC, we'll be right back.
set, go.
You ever wondered how a Hollywood movie is shot? On a Sony. You review it on a Sony. And how do you make that sound epic? You record it on a Sony. Lunch break on a Sony. So why wouldn't you watch it on a Bravia by Sony?
That'd be so funny if Max Verstappen and those guys showed up to EWC and won the F1. Pepsi Zero Sugar, the worst soda possible for your body. Grab one today at your local 7-Eleven. Pepsi, awful drink. Hey, look at those views. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. Where are they doing this? Dubai? Did they do this all for it? Champions Arena by Amazon? They went down the Amazon would have had their hand in all of this, but interesting. Interesting. Dr. Samulaya Al-Habib Medical Group. If you have chlamydia, go to Dr. Samulaya Al-Habib and get your test done very fast. Hey. God damn it. Jamil Motorsport. You want fast car? Come to Jamil Motorsport. Hey. I don't know a lot of these companies from India. Hell of a stage they have here, though. Whoever's doing the graphics did a hell of a job, too. Look at this. The Greek gods.
And welcome back to the Esports World Cup, a countdown towards the trophy awarding ceremony. As you can see, 29 minutes is left on the clock. And what that means is here in Boulevard City, we are starting to get even bigger stars coming out, popping up, getting ready for the closing ceremony. I will say this, that regardless of whatever football stars there are, they're not as good to me as the stars on my sofa. I'd like to welcome back Ethan and Toby.
Man, this guy's good. This guy's good. Look, you hear this guy? This guy's hilarious.
Who's TN25?
That's Thomas.
That's our boy Thomas, man. I play football with Thomas on Sundays. He's really good friends with my brother, my blood brother, Manny. And yeah, I knew he was out here, but I didn't realize he was big time.
Oh, okay. Well,
big
I
time.
have a treat for you. I have a treat for you. Okay, as you can see, our schedule right now coming up, a couple of big, important pieces, frankly, just for bragging rights. This is awesome. Let's check in with what Patrice Evra got up to.
Patrice Evra.
Patrice Evra, Gabriel Falcons, for what promises to be a fascinating and insightful discussion.
I didn't do any academy football club. I from the street to the star. So that's when I built my instinct, my leadership, my personality, my skill, and it's actually the timing. Everything you do in life is not even in sport. To be ready at the right time, you need to train every single day. And I know you need to make a lot of sacrifice. Sometimes you stay away from your family, like the gamer Gabriel is going to Serbia and after to Malta. So coming here actually opened my eyes to so many things because I play also, but I didn't expect at the professional level how much demand and sacrifice they will have to do same as us as athletes. When you play football, you need to eat, sleep, football. When you play games, it takes a lot of your time. You don't want to sleep. You don't want to go to bed. And I saw so many players, when they play Call of Duty or Fortnite or, Football Manager, it takes you a lot of energy. So my advice, you have to pick, because at the end you will have to perform the next day and you will have to be fit. And sometimes you can, lose some of the sleep because you want to finish the game. So it's a lot of adrenaline, it's an addiction. And the focus, the focus, you're spending like a lot of energy.
Good advice. Sleep.
I didn't expect like even that huge
sleep, recoup.
that beautiful,
Get back at it the next day.
I
What I'm talking about.
And see the fan. And actually they're passionate. I love since I retired to come to different new world, learning different things, talking to people, asking questions. I understand why now. I met the Grand Prix Faisal at the Formula 1 year ago, and he say we are gonna host, the first World Cup and do it every year. So I didn't understand it was that big. Then now I realize it's huge. The final, like incredible, like passionate, like even the gamer, like playing in front of everyone, being under pressure, like feeling the crowd. I want to tell to people it's real. I know we're talking about game, but it's actually real. The legacy I want to leave actually is about life. It's about my brand. I don't want people to remember I love this game as Patrice Evra. I want people to remind
Patrice Evra. So that's how you say it, Patrice. Patrice Evra.
It's a massive responsibility. Sometimes I feel.
Look at those glasses, man.
Why me? But I take it as a blessing, when you have to spend 5 seconds of your time to have a conversation with someone or doing a picture is a bless. I'm a human being. I start from scratch. And, I just love the human being.
He's a good dude. He's such a good footballer too.
And of course, welcome back, Patrice Evra. Spent a few minutes with us earlier. I have to be honest, the thing I'm going to remember for the rest of my life is talking anime tattoos and just him being just a big nerd. He's played a lot of games himself. But the fact that we've had footballers here, the fact that we've got some superstars out here, what is Patrice, how good is Patrice as a footballer? Help me understand.
I'm a Man United fan.
Oh.
He's actually played
Ooh.
for both of our clubs.
Yeah.
He played for West Ham at the twilight of his career, but yeah.
He's a Man United legend for me. I call him Uncle Pat. I have that much affection for him.
That is awesome to hear. In terms of like some of the other,
Yeah, I mean,
like,
he was one of the
video
best
game
Man
in
United
the
players.
space, how many mainstream stars have you seen coming into your world as well? Like,
I mean, Man's a great club, legendary club. I'd have to say, dude, I'm a Liverpool fan. My grandmother was from
Didn't he
Liverpool.
also smash Speed's record in 24?
She was there when the Germans flattened her town.
Crush Speed, yeah.
Is he over like 30 million now? It's probably be, right?
Probably.
But he's like the famous man on the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the big names, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I don't know if I was chatting to you guys, but Wesley Sneijder was here, midfielder and from the Netherlands, and he straight up looked at the camera and went, if Diogo Jota's got a team, I need investors, I need to get involved, like give me a team, straight up said that, which is pretty awesome.
No, Jota's big into his FC, he plays every weekend.
Huge.
And he's good.
Same as like Max Verstappen, his team just won sim racing.
Yeah.
How important is it for those types of?
Oh, Max's team won sim racing? No way.
Because again, it validates.
No
it to
way.
You've got these players that are big in their own field, but have these interests and want to delve into them themselves in their spare time. Then it just proves how big it actually is.
Yeah, it gives it a lot of mainstream recognition. We've had similar things with people even just coming into like the streaming industry or the YouTube world. It just gives it that kind of mainstream validation, and now content creators like us get a lot more respect from people outside of our kind of bubble.
To be fair, I think you guys also have demanded some of that respect. I think specifically like the football matches as well. Like, I'm not being funny, but like that was ambitious. Seriously. Very quickly before we go to the next video, how much do you guys know about Neymar's gaming interests?
I know that he streams on Twitch. I know that he's played Warzone. He's got his own Call of Duty skin. I know that.
He's not really good at CSGO as well.
Yeah, he plays a lot of CS.
The reason I ask is,
Oh,
it is the next video
CS:GO?
industry, so I want you to take a look at just how good Neymar is at video games.
Neymar's an M&K player too.
The one and only Neymar Jr. will go face to face with pros in Counter-Strike, Tekken 8 and Rocket League.
Let's get it on.
Neymar can do it. He got the launch. It's Neymar gonna do it. Neymar gonna take the show match. Put your hands together for your winner of the show match, Neymar Jr.
I actually love the fact that Neymar got to crush a key as well. I remember he was taking MS Dasari's team and managed to defeat him, the original founder of Falcons. That's actually the second time that Neymar's been out. He came to watch and support his Counter-Strike team from earlier on in the event. I will tell you this though, he had to give up Rocket League and let his son play because it was too hard.
I can't laugh at him because I am dreadful at that game. I love to watch it. To play it, no, it's not me.
Toby's not the best at Rocket League, but I'd like to say I've put in hundreds of hours into that game.
And look, I play a lot of Counter-Strike, Valorant, and then like Call of Duty Search and Destroy is my main thing. But you'll appreciate how hard it is to get a knife kill in a game like Counter-Strike. Neymar got one. On a show match on stage. They played a multitude of games, and it was total like whoever won the most at the end of it. And Mr. Sorry ended up getting crushed. We were talking a little bit about some of the other like professional footballers that have streams. Like, do you guys know? So I mentioned Max Verstappen. Did you see any of the news about him being a degenerate gamer?
I heard even I think it was like 2 race weekends ago. He was up until the early hours of the morning
and winning,
competing.
So I'll tell you the brief summary is that, so in ESL R1, which is the sim racing thing, you can do really long Le Mans type, marathon races.
Yeah.
So he would do qualifying, and I don't know why I'm thinking it's Monza, but he did qualifying on the track. Then he went home to his hotel, sat in his sim racing thing, simmed for 8 hours, went to bed, then did the race the next day, finished, and then went to play sim racing.
That can't be healthy.
No, and I know it isn't healthy, but he does that. I don't know how he doesn't just switch off from racing.
This
he must
specific event, he won both races.
Yeah.
Real life and digital, and now his team this weekend just won as well.
You have to respect it.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. That's where I'm ending to as well. I mean, maybe healthy, not healthy. I think his fitness regime.
If you're winning, is healthy. Yeah. That's the way I look at it.
His fitness regime is almost as good as Ethan's. Okay, we actually have another moment to take a look at. Let's take a look at some of the best player reactions throughout the course of the Esports World Cup.
I wonder who wins the cup. I don't really pay attention to any of this besides the Call of Duty part of everything.
I don't think that you fully understood the intent of the key. You can't propose with the key. You're not asking someone for their hand in trophy marriage. You are conceding it. You are being divorced. You are being kicked out of the house. Oh man, we were talking while the video was playing and like laughing. Player reactions are the best. There was a couple of tournaments where, believe it or not, the mobile gamers, they climbed onto the chair and started screaming at their opponents.
That doesn't surprise me.
What are some of the best reactions that you guys have had or watched in the content that you made?
I can think of one that's really old school. FIFA Pro Clubs back in the day. Me, Josh and Toby used to play with each other until like 4 in the morning. But we would go for like highlight compilation goals. And I remember there was one cross to the edge of the box and I think Toby scored a bicycle kick. I'm trying not to wake my parents up. He's screaming and everyone's going, oh my God, oh my God.
Absolute head loss.
Yeah, chaos over just a bicycle kick in a game. But yeah, that's the one that sticks out to me. Yeah.
Are there any things that you absolutely despise seeing happening a lot? Because like, you guys have to see your face a lot, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
social media, things like that. So what are the ones that annoy, or what are the ones that you love seeing to make fun of? Like, I'll just come back to the JJ example. There are a lot of memes and a lot of photos that are funny of that young man. So which are the ones that immediately come to mind as things that you either love or hate?
I'm a big fan of my meme face. That's been used by Elon Musk.
Oh, he goes
been used
viral
by Elon Musk, Nicki Minaj. It's been used by tons of celebrities. Cara Delevingne. It's been used by everyone. That was just a simple night out in Germany somewhere. And it's been global now.
Well, very, very quick. Just give me an introduction. I know the name TN25. I've met the guy. Who is TN25, Toby?
TN25 is an absolute legend. He's a friend of mine, a friend of my brother's, player for my Sunday League team, UTR. And he's been doing big things in the esports world, apparently, with Guild Esports. And
do you know that Guild Esports is backed by David Beckham?
Yes.
The reason I'm asking, you guys are more familiar with him and his work than I am, but I get to share his work with you right now because TN25 is on the red carpet.
Go.
The closing ceremony is coming up soon. We're about to have the trophy awarding of club championship winners, Team Falcons, followed by a journey through the boulevard where they will eventually end up here with the trophy and down the red carpet. I can't wait to see it. Things are going to be popping. See you soon.
Now listen, we're 15 minutes away from the trophy awarding
Super
ceremony.
close to the trophy
quickly.
ceremony.
Is this one of the biggest red carpets at TN's? Because, like, let's be fair, the three of us, we've been in big places. We've been stadiums, you know what I mean? I need to know, has the boy got the chops cut out for the red carpet?
I reckon so.
Yeah?
He's a natural.
He's a charming man.
He's a charmer. He's a charmer. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's
Don't get me wrong.
man.
This is a big opportunity for him. Can you tell me, when I see him backstage, can I say this is the biggest gig you've ever been on? Do you reckon?
Very well could.
Do you reckon it is?
Do you know, but he's met David Beckham and I haven't.
Exactly, yeah. I've not met David Beckham.
Yeah, but I've met multiple footballers and I call it soccer in South Africa. Useless argument. Okay, I'm going to say that. That's what I'm going to do.
Try it.
All right, the next video that we do have, as we are beginning to round out all of our full-time mainstream coverage.
13 minutes left. And my coffee's all gone.
This is a great event to make Riyadh a center of collaboration.
Many different cultures come here just to see one person or a tournament.
I'm so excited because this is so beautiful.
This is something new, something very cool.
If you haven't been here, I don't know what you have been doing.
This is my first time coming here and I think I actually really like it.
The clouds, oh my god, it's amazing.
I didn't expect to see this quality actually.
Very happy and proud to have something like this here in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Saudi Arabia. They're not in India, they're in Saudi
We've
Arabia.
been in 2 stages, the Amazon and the Qiddiya.
I'm so excited to see other challenges and people competing against each other.
The part now is win the World Cup.
Current phase, they're my favorites.
No, both. Falcons.
Falcons team.
Falcons.
There had to be only one answer.
Well, congratulations to Falcon, but I support Twisted. My favorite moment is attending the Street Fighter finale.
I have seen Tekken, Overwatch,
Rocket League.
I'm sorry when he was crying.
Did you even meet some of the people that are playing in events?
That's the best moment, welcoming everyone visiting the place for the first time.
One word is
Perfect.
amazing. Very, very, very exciting. Stunning. Happiness.
I like it.
It's top notch.
And they did a hell of a job.
It was one of the best moments I've ever seen.
It's something really wonderful. It's so good. And we come from Sudan to see it.
We hope.
They came from Sudan?
Again. I'm not that
Damn.
guy who watches the Esports World Cup. I'm that guy who joins the Esports World Cup.
That guy's got some confidence he's going to play. That's pretty cool.
Well, I'm not going to lie. He had me in the first half. I'm not the guy that watches the Esports World Cup. I'm the guy that comes to it live and watches it. Gents, when we were talking about this, we have mentioned it again, but like, what sort of events, esports events, have you seen? Have you gone to? Right? And how does this compare?
We've been to some in the UK. There was an organisation, Gfinity
one.
Been to those ones in London.
Call of Duty Lands, of course.
Yes,
Gfinity, multiplayer I-Series.
Yeah. I went to a League of Legends one at Wembley SSE Arena as well a few years back.
Yeah,
know anything about it.
2015.
I think so, yeah.
Can I just say thank you? I was commentating that event. You wouldn't have known it. You wouldn't have known it, but it was my voice in the SSE.
You smashed it.
It was the first time that my parents got to see me broadcasting live.
That's so cute.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So how does this event compare?
We was just saying in the break, like, it's super ambitious.
Yeah.
But the way that the way it's been conducted is impressive.
I mean, look, Ethan, you've also got a couple more games under your belt, a little bit more like, let's say, competitive experience. The fact that you can have EAFC next to a mobile PUBG, Free Fire, next to StarCraft, next to Tekken, next to Street Fighter, like, how would you get viewers to understand that?
Oh my goodness, that's a crazy statement. But it is just encapsulating every kind of competitive gaming that you may not even think is in that realm. You might be used to just competitive games that are played on controller, keyboard, But then you're seeing some of these guys that are going crazy on the mobile games.
The question I'll ask you as well is, like, we zoom it out. Do your parents, how long did it take for your parents to get what you do?
Oh.
When the checks started coming in.
I realized that. Do you think they understand?
Yeah, they probably like,
they
you're just wasting your days playing games.
It's still difficult.
And when the checks come through, like, okay, this makes sense. You made a good career
choice. You're watching someone compete in a game, they think, just play it yourself.
Yeah.
But no, there's something special about watching this higher skill level.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that I do think is important. And I think as well, when we do think about widening the market, widening the teams, getting people to understand, having leaders in the space, like the teams, like the clubs, to be able to do so is going to be a big opportunity. We're going to turn our attention now to talking about some of those clubs leading the charge, looking ahead to the future of our esports. So we're going to head into the Amazon Arena to speak to OJ Borg.
He's quite possibly one of the most busy people around at the moment. Grant, thank you so much for taking some time. This is exciting.
Yeah, can't quite believe it. When you think about this a year ago, when all the work you're doing is going to lead to this day, win or not, it's quite weird to actually have made it and now finally be here. Quite weird.
What will that moment be like when you're on that stage? We can see the trophy. Yes, it's just being polished behind us. What will that moment be like when you're up there?
It's very weird that I can only hear it in my right ear.
I don't know until I'm up there because I've had so many emotions running through this. Like, I was in tears the moment we kind of got told we won, and this and the other, and I might cry, I might cheer. I'll play it by ear, that's my nature.
I want all of those things. That would be a great moment. Where were you when you found out you'd won the club trophy?
It was, I think you've seen the video of everyone cheering in the crowd with EWC. So when Massard's, the CEO's on stage, and we get told right before his match, I was there with them. I think I dived over about 3 chairs on top of someone, and everyone's crying.
Oh, so did the Falcons win?
Let's go back 2 years, because you've been with Falcons for 2 years now. You've been at other esports teams before it. I mean, what was the expectation when you joined Falcons?
If I'm truly honest, I don't think I quite realised sort of the behemoth of an org that this was. They were the biggest team in the Middle East, and part of obviously the goal was to bring it global and see what we could do. But I didn't quite appreciate, like, wow, there's this much work going on, you have this many fans, this many content creators, etc. So when I walked in and finally understood it, I was like, oh boy, I got 2 years to make something happen, or they're going to be disappointed. So it's like, we just have to put all our work into it now, and fortunately it's worked out.
How many teams you at?
I don't know teams, but I know we're over 200 players, so I don't sleep very much anymore.
I was going to say, we've been talking about the fact of these 8 weeks. I've been in and out. I mean, you've been here now for a whole load of time. Have you ever been on your phone as much answering messages, and especially now you're successful and you're winning?
So yeah, my phone has been running out of battery over and over again, which is never an issue I've had in my life, but just being on it non-stop. There's been so much logistics and operation. We've had so many teams here, so many staff working. It's just been absolute non-stop for 8 weeks, but it was all with this goal in mind.
8 weeks, it's crazy.
Yeah, I've been on my phone non-stop, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
We've got a few hours left of the Esports World Cup 2024. Then I guess it's a load of downtime for you, a couple of months off maybe.
Everyone's asking, oh, you're going on holiday now? I'm like, well, we have TI in September, we have Warzone finals, we have Pro League there's about 5 or 6 major tournaments, so I've had to delay the holiday until October, so 1 more month. But then I'm going away for 2 weeks, and I've told everyone, if anyone sends me a single message in my 2 weeks off, I literally will never respond to you again. So.
They're sacked.
You're sacked.
Obviously, we've seen the Falcons fans, we've seen them around, we've seen them in the audience as well. This has been very much a hometown win. What has it been like with the fans?
It's been genuinely incredible. You know, coming sort of a new team and a new culture for myself. It can be quite weird at first and sure if you don't know anyone, and all they've done is bring myself and the team with us here just completely into the fandom and completely support them as well. And there really is no better feeling than when you're working with a team and there's all these fans cheering for you, and it feels real and it feels honest. When you win a trophy, like, it really feels like it matters for some people out there, and that's why we do this. Like, that's why we do it, for people to cheer and enjoy it. So to have them there and to talk to me and take photos and shake my hand and talk to me about teams, that's what it's all about for me, and I absolutely loved it.
You're a celebrity now, Grant. A celebrity. And you can't choose the moment you won it, because that's easy. You can't choose that. Favourite moment over the past 8 weeks?
Favourite moment was right at the beginning when we won the Free Fire event, and it was because we come off of a Warzone victory, which was somewhat expected with the team we had. And
they were great, by the way. They were such great value.
They were amazing. And then we went into Free Fire, and I remember that day because we lost the MLBB final in a situation where I think people would argue with the favourites, and so we all were really sad and down. We walked over to Free Fire for a team that we knew were top 4 capable, but we had never put expectation first. And then it was the final game They had like the 20 kill game. They won the match. They got like it was the perfect situation for the points they needed. And we just went from such a low to just screaming and screaming and everyone cheering, diving into it. And that for me was just, it was the perfect moment because it was so unexpected.
And we've seen that in the highlights as well. Well, listen, Grant, congratulations. I'll say this right now. I am looking forward to whatever happens when I see you with the hands on that trophy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Huge congratulations to Grant Rousseau, CEO of Team Falcons.
CEO of Team Falcons.
Incredibly impressive roster of competitive teams. He had a 20+ minute interview with us not that long ago, discussing the vision, the goals, and honestly the targets for Team Falcons. They smashed it. As far as the EWC Club Championship is concerned, they picked up the very first title in week 1 with Warzone Resurgency win. Hisoka doing such a great job for the team,
Hisoka.
and they never let go. More than double the amount of accrued points than Team Liquid, followed by Team BDS and Vitality. What I do think is crucial to acknowledge is not all of the clubs had as many representatives. I'll be honest,
that's true.
Team Vitality, congratulations on placing 4th, but their teams can do better. And what I've loved so much,
Team Liquid,
I was speaking to senior
Ace
leaders,
Clan,
CEOs,
number 6, that's pretty good.
For most of the organizations on this graphic,
that's pretty cool.
Every single one of them have made it clear they will do better next year. That's one of the things that I'm a huge
Surprised
fan
the Toronto
of.
Ultras on there,
You
jeez.
can see the $20 million total.
11.
The first place, $7 million for Team Falcons, $4 million to Team Liquid. The way that worked out, in order to be eligible, you need to have at least 2 teams place in the top 8. If you wanted to actually win the whole thing, you had to have at least won a tournament. So it's closer to like, imagine the Olympics, all the different games, except at the end of the Olympics, they look at Great Britain and it's like, oh, we're sorry, the USA got more medals than you. So you take silver, but the USA, you get an extra fancy trophy. As far as a competitive format goes, how cool is that? I mean, you've seen tournaments, you've seen the games.
No, it's quite mind-blowing, to be fair.
Yeah, you get like the little individual moment and then you get the big moment overall, which is like a
Do you know
double.
what I love so much? That's what's coming up literally in like 3 minutes time. We've got that big trophy.
In 3 minutes time.
Again, this is not on the script. They did not know that was happening. Just set up very well. Okay, we do actually have a little bit of footage here when we talk about Team Falcons. As I mentioned, obviously, look, I've lived.
I don't really know Team Falcons all that much. Maybe you guys could educate me in the comments on Team Falcons and some of the stuff that they play. Obviously, Hisoka, you know, plays Warzone for them, so I don't really know.
Waiting for that trophy to come back up. Have we got that one ready? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. When you look at this again, now, this is a maybe, general question. They won Warzone.
They won Warzone.
Second, third, fourth.
They won Free Fire.
One blip, 17. Second, 11th or 12th. That was out of 16 competitors. So a few blips. How hard is it to build a
3rd and 4th in Overwatch, 2nd in Apex, damn.
Crazy stuff.
3rd and 4th in FC 24.
Major titles they've
0 in Modern Warfare 3.
How would you, theoretically, how would you build a
So their Warzone win, Hisoka won the thing for him. That's crazy.
You can't ask me that.
Yeah, but hang on. You guys have built a successful content team. The logic applies.
But I feel like
the logic applies.
We haven't really built a content team. We're more just friends. I feel like that's the beauty of it. I wouldn't even know where to...
Chemistry's important.
Chemistry's important. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, you're right on that aspect.
Toby, you're still thinking. I can see it in your eyes.
There's chemistry. There's a respect that we all have for each other, an accountability that we all hold each other to. All those factors help build in any kind of successful team.
Just really quickly, the shots that's on your screen, that's MS Dasari, the guy that started Team Falcons. We are about a minute and a half to the scheduled planning. I'll give you guys just a quick opportunity.
So I got Shifty, Hisoka, and Biffle playing for them. Damn.
Thank you for having us, and I'm very appreciative. So give a shout out to fans, to viewers, let them know where they can find you, what happens next, and what you're feeling.
I mean, you can find us on youtube.com/sidemen. We're always trying to do things bigger and better, so come along, join the fun, be a part of the family.
And who knows, we'll keep trying to surprise you every Sunday.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the time that you have spent with us. We are now wrapping up our portion of the show. In less than 50 seconds,
oh, here we go.
Club Trophy will be awarded
to
the most successful and the most impressive club at the Esports World Cup. Now, we'll have one last chance to say this, so please forgive me if you've heard it before. 8 weeks ago, 57 days, 22 tournaments and 21 games. That is what we have completed. More than 1,500 of the world's best gamers. $20 million in prize money allotted to the best club, $40 million of prize money spread across 22 unique tournaments. History has been made here in Riyadh. The Esports World Cup was ambitious, it was amazing, it was beautiful, and while it may be done, the party is just beginning. Thank you for watching. Stick with us. It's time to award the EWC Club Championship Trophy.
That was a good ending. Perfectly timed. Nice job. Very Tron-esque sound. I wonder who did the song for him. I wonder who did the song for him. Probably starting to break everything down. Look at all those golf carts. A long intermission. I'm gonna take a real quick break.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Damn, it's taking forever. What's going on over here?
Welcome His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that's cool.
The national anthem of Saudi Arabia.
Imagine having to wear the thing on your head all the time. That's crazy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EWC Club Trophy Awarding.
And then all of the people who lost, everything, all of that's crushed up and in the bottom of the trophy. So whoever, the Falcons get this trophy, they get all the crushed up pieces. Pretty crazy.
To the stage, CEO of the Esports World Cup Foundation, Ralph Rijkaard.
Your Royal Highness, esteemed guests, fans from around the world, tonight marks a historic moment for esports. Over the past 8 weeks, we have witnessed greatness unfold. The best players from over 100 countries, battling it out for their clubs on the best games to find the one club in the world. We have seen passion, sweat, joy, tears, pain, happiness, and broken dreams. Let's take a look back at the highlights of history in the making.
You guys breathing deep.
Driven by a hunger only few could understand.
Welcome to the Esports World Cup!
The arena became a crucible of dreams and despair.
This could be another masterclass from Odyssey. The two young guys. Another impossible clutch.
This has been the best Apex Legends we have ever seen.
Some crumble beneath the weight of competition.
They definitely had some weak points on this run.
Hope shattered, spirits broken.
Another team bites the dust. For Vitality, that is the last game they will play.
But in the darkest moments, when the world closed around them, a few rose above the chaos.
These Warzone players are different. They're arrogant, talking smack.
They found something deeper, a spark that ignited within, turning doubt into defiance.
The boys that could never get it done, the boys who always struggled in finals, have this game in their hands, and it's now their chance. LT it down as the Lions will do it!
That's pretty cool.
For the players, this was more than a game.
Too many people say I'm older, I can't win, but today, I prove myself.
It was a battle for a place in history. The echoes of these moments forever etched into the soul of esports.
That was cool. That was cool. That was a good montage there.
As we have just witnessed, this journey, this trophy, is more than just a competition. To make it to the top three in the Club World Championship is a true team effort, an accomplishment spanning across genre, games, and borders. Let's take a moment to acknowledge BDS, who finished third with 2,000 points and 2 game championships.
This guy's not very well spoken, I will say.
And
he's reading off of that. Like, why can't they have a teleprompter for this dude? So he looks out into the crowd.
Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Liquid's pretty good. They're pretty good.
And finally, an incredible club who has risen above the rest, fielding teams in a record of 18 competitions, claiming 2 game championships with a remarkable performance across the board. Team Falcons.
Nice job, Team Falcons. Aren't they a Saudi Arabian team?
The moment has come to award the winners to cement history. I would like to thank His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, Crown Prince, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for his unwavering support to help make this Esports World Cup a resounding success. I would be honored to invite you to the stage. Thank you so much.
Please welcome to the stage your club winners. It's Team Falcons. General Director Mohammed Al Materi, Global Esports Director Grant Rousseau, and CEO Masad Al Dossari.
Oh, that guy fell. Oh no! Oh no! He almost went right through the Crown Prince. Oh shucks! Don't drop the trophy, man! Don't drop the trophy, man! He's probably so nervous right now. Don't drop that trophy.
Thank you, Your Royal Highness.
The Falcons look to climb the podium here at EWC.
They are the team to beat. Talking about Falcons, alright. They are the big champions in my prediction.
0 on his own, 0 no HP. Falcons will not win it here. Falcons, they knocked them out in front of their home crowd.
The Falcons will fly no more.
Falcons flying in for the final moment.
All together like we started. Falcons destroy the competition.
Those tears, we understand those tears.
From the skies, the champions of MENA, the kings of Saudi Arabia, Team Falcons. Falcons couldn't take it all inside. There is no one that can touch them. They win the final map. They win the whole tournament. There is no debate. The Falcons are now the greatest the world has ever seen.
Shifty, Hisoka, and Biffle. I think the Warzone one was the big one, right? You see the team owner? Very anticlimactic, huh? CEO doesn't even get to hold the trophy. He's just the same dude. Is he not gonna let it go? Taking all the glory, huh? The guy who almost took the crown prince out and is holding the trophy. Nice. Nice.
$7 million in prize money.
Crazy.
And of course, they will be heading outside, jumping onto the cars to drive through Boulevard City to celebrate.
They're having some technical difficulties here.
Win. Of course, right now here in Boulevard City, it is a lot of excitement as Team Falcons.
Ouch.
The favorites to win it all managed to deliver. Phenomenal performance. We've got the arenas behind us. They won so many of the titles. They put up such a great performance.
Ouch.
And I cannot wait to see exactly how.
Yeah, you might want to turn his mic off. Yeah. Yep, turn his mic off. There you go. There you go. Go figure it out. Go figure it out. It's pretty heavy, isn't it? You're gonna break that tip off there, bro. Gonna break that crown off. Yeah, no commentary here is just kind of killing the vibe, isn't it? Would love to have some people talking. Riyadh Esports World Cup. And drive through the whole thing, go to the red carpet. And like, congratulations, club champion winners. Like,
so there we go.
Why didn't they put like Team Falcons right there?
To the Team Falcons, that was the awarding ceremony. They have now lifted this inaugural World Club Championship.
There we go. We finally got some commentary.
It's quite a moment to see them, and I chatted to Grant beforehand, which was a moment, and he did say 2 years ago he joined the Falcons and he was like, there, we're going to expand a little bit. Now 2 years later, they're the inaugural World Cup champion. It's been quite a moment. He did say, is he going to cry? Is he not? I think he held it together very, very well as he and MS.
He hasn't even held the trophy yet.
That trophy. Now they do the journey all the way to this new arena here.
Brother didn't even hold the trophy yet.
On those cars with their trophy all together. It's been quite the 8 weeks here in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia. We've seen so many games, we've seen so many trophies be awarded, we've seen so many keys be crushed as well. Those moments that we've seen where they get to choose the people that they have vanquished to take their keys and put it into their trophies as well. I know Trevor's going to join me in the not too distant future as we stand out here, and a wonderful crowd as well, as we've seen Falcons fans, we've seen them chatting, we've seen them cheering. I know there's cheers as they drive around down here, as they head off down what is a golden carpet. This thoroughfare that we've seen over the past 8 weeks, full of fans, fans, we've seen players, we've seen so many great moments here. We had the Esports Awards last night, of course, which capped off this fabulous 8 weeks. The inaugural one as well, the inaugural competition as well. Now, obviously, there's lots more things happening tonight. It's been quite the moment. It was a very respectful silence in there as they took that trophy and they shook hands as well. And they took that trophy as they go all the way through the now, one of those things for me that's been one of the large moments. It's been very, I've been here a couple of times. I was here in art, and then I came back from the Strike tournament, which is my own personal thing. It's been the connection of fans across this 8 weeks, because lots of
it looks like Methods, Symph,
well
Hammy are all right now partying in
Cudi Arena. It's the fans that have been here, and they've come from all around the world. There have been people who have the cross-section of gaming. That is what brings them together. And one of the things as well that was great to see, that I was part of the show match between Neymar Jr. when he was here playing the CEO of Falcons. 3 different
That must all be partying out in Dubai right now, or Saudi Arabia.
One of the greatest footballers ever done it.
It'd be pretty crazy. You win an Esports Award a couple days ago, and then you fly out to Saudi Arabia for the party.
Because he was here, not just to play esports himself. He then played Rocket League again. He's never played before. He's never played Rocket League before in his life, but he absolutely loved that. And he got his son up on stage, and then when he played the finals one, Tekken, he got to crush MS Dasari's key, which I think he was quite annoyed about because he wasn't really a Tekken player. Now, as we can see, this journey will be continuing all the way through. They will keep going all the way through till they get to this final arena, and a fabulous music performance tonight, which will be happening as we have this trophy, this wonderfully built trophy, the first time that has ever been lifted. Of course, it will be lifted again in 12 months' time. I think the question is, will Falcons be a team that lift it again? Because now we've seen the standard from the other teams of what they need to do. We now have a standard, and that's when you have something for the first time. It's always about laying that standard down. It's how the other teams respond to it. Now, one of the powers of the Falcons have been they've been so dominant across so many different games. What it's up to the other teams, like Liquid, who came second, is how they build their strength in other games. And that's one of the great things about the Esports World Cup. It's about not just being good at the one game you're known for. We know T1, the greatest org in the world in some people's eyes, because of course they've got that great league T with Faker. It's how you become big in other games. And I think that is what we will see between now and next. Well, I tell you actually, let me hand over, because I know TN25 is on the carpet at our other venue. Buddy, how's it going?
So tell me a little bit about R1. How did it go? Did you end up where you wanted? You know, talk to me a little bit about the specificities. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's good. It was really good, actually. We came in knowing the competition was going to be tough. Qualified through Grands at the first attempt, which is great. So we had a rest day on Saturday. Today, it was tough going. And we netted out 6th, which is about where we thought we were going to finish. So yeah, pleased with the result.
Do you know, I am just a day tripper when it comes to the Esports World Cup. You're a man who was here before it started, and you're still here now it's ended.
57 days,
is that
8 weeks, 22 tournaments.
I mean, who's counting?
Me. I am. The thing is, I've had an absolute blast. I live for esports.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen each other in passing.
Yeah.
In the night, but being able to experience all the games, in particular, being able to nerd out with Tekken and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
And do you know what? I mean, obviously you spent 57 days, who's counting? You've spent it in that room at the bottom of this golden carpet. Yes. Are you taking that with you back home?
I sincerely would like to not. The one thing I would upgrade for next year,
air conditioning.
That's the one thing I look forward to.
Because I did a couple of days in it at the start. Were you still getting the loud music from the other side?
I will be honest that kind of grows on you. It's a bit distracting at first. So because it's such a festival vibe, there we go. Because it's such a festival vibe, the music at like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., it just adds atmosphere. It's just fun. It's excitement. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Do you know, I must admit when I was in there, did it get warmer and warmer and warmer then? Because when I was there, I remember dressing, I was thinking, listen, it's fine, we've got air conditioning. I'll dress warm in case I get cold.
Oh, Joe, we got a 3rd AC unit installed. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. More importantly, I think it was really great. It's the amount of personalities and former professionals, world champions, some of the best gamers and commentators on the planet got to sit and just talk nonsense with me for 4 weeks, 8 weeks, because it was just a lot of fun.
Don't forget the other 4 weeks. It was 4 weeks twice. 4 weeks twice.
I will say this. It's been a very long broadcast day.
Okay, here's a question for you then, because I think you are uniquely poised, because you've been not just across the games, because this is what we wanted about the Esports World Cup. I was saying it before. It was about coming for the Counter-Strike and staying for the league. It was about coming for the Mobile Legends Bang Bang and watching the Rocket League. What has been your moment? Is there one moment you can pick out?
Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt. I'll give you two. My favorite tournament moment was in Street Fighter 6, watching Xiaohai win. His wife stepped up on stage with him. He's a Chinese player, competitor, and his speech, he straight up looked in the camera and he said, I was told I'm too old. I'm 35. I did this for Xiaohai. And he started crying. It was amazing. My second favorite moment is getting to work with Justin Wong. 20 years, the guy's been a competitive player, 9 times Evo champion. I literally got to sit, stare him in the eyes and say, you know, thank you so much. Do you know that you left an Easter egg that we continued every single week?
No way. Go, what was the Easter egg?
From week 1 to week 8, we did our very first cold open on EWC Central. And we had a fantastic moment from OJ where he said, I brought some friends.
No way, do you keep doing that?
Every single week.
No way.
Yes, hand on my heart. Every cold opening, every member of the broadcast team said that. So thank you for the gift.
I love that. I tell you what, I'm going to tell you a second about Easter eggs. Do you know where it comes from?
Tell me.
I'm going to tell you in a second because TN25, I believe, has got someone with him.
The stage is about to set. The sun is coming down. People are walking in and out. I can't wait to see some serious faces keep coming in and out of here right now, because I'm telling you right now, if things keep going up like this, there is so much going on. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep rolling. I'm waiting for the golf cart to come. I'm waiting for the trophy to arrive. Now, I've seen the trophy from a distance, but I haven't seen it close up. And that's one thing that I'm absolutely looking forward to.
Is this them over here on the left? Are they rolling up?
Close up, being able to see
how
they roll up, being able to see the smile
Chevy
and the joys of their faces after 8 solid hard weeks of winning competitions, 8 solid hard weeks. Firstly, winning Warzone and getting those points on the board after winning the first inaugural Esports World Cup. It's been solid work from them. They've been absolutely fantastic. The cars still keep rolling in, and it almost feels like a mystery box because you never know who's going to step out of those cars. Who could it be? Could be someone famous, could be anyone.
My man, and I've got it on good authority, he's going to be with Brittany Johnson in just a second as well. Right, you ready for the Easter eggs?
Wait, Brittany Johnson?
Yes.
Oh
I know.
Brittany Johnson's here. Okay,
yeah, but Brittany Johnson's there. That's the problem. She's not here.
We've got to get there. Look where everyone was going. Anyways.
Yeah, do you know what I was hoping for? They had all these amazing golf carts lined up, and they all left without us.
Oh, yeah, well, okay, yeah. I mean, to be fair, they are the stars of the show.
Well,
we are
that's
merely
what
here
they
to
think.
So you were going to tell me, what's the Easter egg about the friends?
Okay, so people always talk about Easter eggs and games, the rest of it. Have you ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I have, but I don't recall it super well. It's a long time ago.
So what they had was they had an Easter egg hunt as part of the set, as part of the filming, and they accidentally left 2 Easter eggs under one of the chairs, and that's why it's called an Easter egg, because it was forgotten there.
Oh, that's amazing. It's almost like the Starbucks coffee cup in Game of Thrones.
Yes, I love that. I love that. So you were talking about your favourite moments. For me, what I really enjoyed, and I mentioned it before, was obviously I enjoyed the Counter-Strike tournament. I loved learning more about League, and do you know what? It was great. We had Initialize with us, and he really explained some of the things that I just didn't understand about it, and he really put it in a way. And that's what was great about the show you did, was the fact that if you didn't know these games, it was brilliant that you could learn more about it.
Yeah, I mean, look, the whole point of the EWC Central broadcast is we had experts from each of the games that had tournaments ongoing. One of the best bits for me was every single week.
Where are they getting this audio from?
You know, experts on the show that wanted to play the other one's game. So
Where are they getting this like cross audio?
All-time fighting game expert, right? 9 times Evo champion.
Did you play him?
I did. He wiped the floor with me.
No.
Yeah, perfect me once, and then the next 2's an absolute smash. More importantly, he got into Rocket League. All he wanted to do.
Mate, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold that thought.
Go for it.
Do you know why?
Tell me why.
Brittany Johnson!
So we are here on the red carpet, first interview, and we are joined by Brittany Johnson. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing great.
Who's Brittany Johnson?
Now, I know you were part of the Esports Awards yesterday. Talk me through that. How did you find it? What was your experience with that?
Oh my goodness, the Esports Awards yesterday were incredible. I was doing the voiceover for the ceremony, so anytime you heard anyone come on stage, I was the one introducing them. But that's what I'm most known for is voiceover, so it was really cool to lend my voice to the weekend, yeah.
Nice. And talk to me about like your experience with esports. You know, how big do you think this could go? Obviously, first Esports World Cup. What do you think? How big do you think this could be?
Okay. Honestly, from starting in esports in like 2008, it's already so much further along than I ever imagined it being. Like there's a whole city for gaming coming, you know, like I never even imagined that when I imagine what's the future of gaming. So seeing where it has already developed to and then where it's going to go is actually kind of like surreal.
It's absolutely insane, right? And are you much of a gamer yourself? You play games in your
She
spare
is
time?
Director of Influencer Relations at
Like
Deserto.
one of the first things I did when I got here, there's a Final Fantasy VII exhibit at the Boulevard City, and I wanted to cry. In fact, like seeing like the little garden with Aerith and like the tower with Tifa, I was like, this is real? Yeah, but I'm a huge gamer. I play pretty much anything that comes out, and I play a lot of TFT and Call of Duty and Fortnite and all that. So
Brittany Johnson,
TFT was the one you
voice
tuned into
of
most
the ceremony.
Call of Duty was the one, because that one was so stressful to me watching the teams, like the finals for that. I was glued to my phone. But yeah, I mean, TFT, I just like I like me in my dream world. I'm a TFT pro, and every time I watch it, I think I can do it, but I.
You know what, with TFT, I'm not going to lie, I did not know what was going on. It was a bit complicated for me. I'm very simple. I'm an EAFC player, so, you know, 11 players, very, very easy. But, you know, talk to me a little bit more about your experience here. I'm expecting to see you here again next year, I'm hoping.
Oh, absolutely. This was my first weekend. I was so surprised how nice everyone is and how, like, welcoming and excited they are for us to all be here. And honestly, to see the whole industry, like, it was like a high school reunion of gaming and esports that all come onto the city just to celebrate gaming and esports for the weekend. Like, it's actually been pretty incredible and very, very special. And I hope to be here every year for as long as they do it.
Yeah, same here. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure I'll catch you again soon.
What was amazing was you made it out here before me. Where were you? Were you up there and you had to run
Hey,
down
Game
here to the
Informers
trophy?
all over.
Standing outside, I came down. I was watching the golf carts. I was like, I don't know which one to get on. I don't know where to go. Also, I didn't want to accidentally sit in the wrong seat because Falcons need to get the trophy, right? They need to actually celebrate this win. And from what I understand, the trophy is actually close to arriving at its final destination.
It is indeed. I actually don't know the journey they're taking, but we have just been told it's very much close. Very exciting. You know, it's going to go past T25 as well, so we're excited about being there. Just a word about the trophy. The fact that we've had this massive one here, just if we can look at this quite quickly, we've had this humongous trophy here, and you've looked at it all these weeks. It's quite a moment when anybody wins anything for the first time. So the fact that the Falcons have taken it on their home ground for the first time.
The best part about it is, yes, the club championship, congratulations. Yes, the games, but crushing the keys of your opponents, immortalizing them in the base of the trophy. That's what I love. I love the spiciness. I love the sassiness. I love the fact that Falcons themselves have been able to crush the boulevard of broken keys.
Yes, that was initialized. That's kept going.
Every week that's coming. It's just a beautiful line.
It's a very, very beautiful line as well.
Single opponent club's hopes, dreams, aspirations, desires. You know what? You came second, third, fourth. Falcons earned it. They played the game right, and they played it well.
I'm sure you know this. I'm sure it must have come up at some point. How many keys did they crush?
There's actually too many. At least 55.
That's an outrageous amount.
55. At least 55. I mean, Hisoka and Team Falcons alone.
They were there. Was monster.
They crushed at least 15 keys themselves.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So the one thing I was mentioning before is the fact that Team Falcons, they came here. They came with a great roster of teams. Every one of those teams had a great roster on it. It's next year. Now, the other teams, we look at Liquid, who came second. The other teams now need to step up.
Can I tell you this? Every single CEO I've had the pleasure of interviewing, they manage to commit and promise that they're going to be doing better next year. They've
got to. Now, we're actually watching the trophy right now. This is the trophy arriving at its destination with the Falcons.
Can I tell you this? Alban, G2, Steve, Liquid, Anna from Vitality, Eric from FaZe, do better next year. This is Falcons.
This is their with this trophy, this journey down the golden carpet, with that, to crush so many keys, to be crowned as the World Club champion, and the money that goes with it as well.
Oh, not only that, the festivities are beginning. Listen, OJ, I've been here for 8 weeks, okay? I've loved the show, I've loved the games, I've loved the tournaments. Do you know what it's time to do now? It's time to
More technical difficulties.
Huge EDM nerd, but the fireworks are coming.
Listen. Have you got a ticket again? This is honest truth, that I asked to get in and they said no.
Yeah, but you weren't here for 8 weeks.
Do you know, I've never seen Steve Aoki. Like, I'm somebody who grew up. I didn't want to be a presenter. I wanted to be a DJ. So the idea of seeing him would be wild.
I got the pleasure as Salvatore Ganacci a little bit earlier on. Tonight, it's Steve's night. Kid Cudi, I'm sure he's great. Not my guy. So that's for everybody else. But it's going to be the fireworks that I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun with. But yeah, I guess, we're getting close to the end. It's party time soon, OJ.
It very much is party time, and you've dressed for it as well. And you've got your own microphone.
Just on this one. How is this working? I'm not sure.
mean, it's fine. It's live. It's always wild.
Everyone has now made their way over to us.
Yep.
There's something wrong with his mic. You need to go fix it. More technical difficulties coming your way right now here at the Esports World Cup. It's starting to annoy my ears, and I don't know if I want to watch it anymore. Right back at you. There you go.
Stage. Because we talk a lot. We talk about esports. Hang on, sorry, 10:25. What you got?
My gosh, bro.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking, man.
That's good to hear. What do you make of the red carpet? What do you make of your experience here? Talk to me a little bit about that.
This looks sick. I mean, like, you expect to get a great place after all the announcements, but this year, I heard you build it in like 6 weeks, this arena. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's been an absolutely insane turnaround.
Jesus Christ.
Talk to me a little bit about, your journey in esports, how you got there, and, where we're looking to go from here.
Well, an avid video gamer, I'm close to 50 years old right now, and so
don't look it, mate.
I've dedicated my life to kind of building stuff in esports, and that started in the late 90s. So build leagues, build teams, build like companies in the space, and now being here, seeing how our entire space is uplifted by the leadership of Saudi Arabia, it's just like very rewarding. It's very exciting.
It's a very unique experience, and obviously it being, the first Esports World Cup, just how far or how much of an impact do you think it could have for, the world of esports?
This year is the single most important event that you see in esports globally. It's happened for the first time, and I think the waves that we see that radiate from this event here, that like trickle throughout the community, and are likely also being seen by those who are not gamers, those who are not fans yet, I think it's going to be huge. Like this year sets a really, really important finale point for 2024, and 2025 is going to be amazing.
Well, thank you for your time, and I'm sending it back to you guys.
Thank you so much. I was about to tell you my wonderful story.
Yes, Neymar.
I'm going to tell you, Neymar. So I was here, I flew back in for that, and what was wonderful about it was it's this meeting. We talk a lot about the meeting between games and sports, esports. It was the perfect meeting for me because you get someone as famous of Neymar, and then look at him. He's on stage and he's enjoying the games.
And not only that, Neymar was here with his son.
Who helped him?
He had to put the controller down. He had to put his controller down and let his son play because he simply couldn't get away with it on Rocket League.
Right. It's been great to be here. You said you're excited about the fireworks.
Let's go!
3, 2, 1, fireworks!
Oh, they actually got fireworks. Wow. They whoever's doing production for this final ceremony, they need to find somebody else. Let's just say that. They need to find someone else. Because this could have been a lot better. I mean, you look at how Optic did Champs. I mean, they should just hire that guy. I mean, any of the other, Apex Legends. Hire somebody from one of those tournaments that does a better job, Honestly, this esports closing ceremony has been kind of a joke. I will say that they do have good commentators. Because they're going through all these technical difficulties, they've really kind of helped smooth out the entire process. But yeah, it was awful. It was pretty awful. That's it. That's it for fireworks. Oh, look at that. You see that? That's one of the stabilizers. Oh, look, it's going back to its home. Oh my gosh. Who is in charge?
Absolutely amazing place. How are you? And
hey,
what do you make of it?
Figure it out.
素晴らしいイベントで、ね、サウジは何回か来てるんですよ。こういう e スポーツのこういう大会初めてだったらとても素晴らしかったです。
It was a great event. You know, he's been to Saudi Arabia several times, but this scale of an esports event was the first time.
And obviously Tekken 8, absolutely fantastic game. I love it. I'm a newfound fan after that tournament. So talk to me a little bit about how you found the tournament and, you know, the experience of, you know, creating a game such as Tekken 8.
Tekken 8を作ってどうかっていうすごい大雑把な質問なんですけど、どっちかというと、まあこっちの大会を見ての方がいいんじゃないかな。
はい、そうですね。今回非常に鉄拳ゲームシステムをガラッと変えてアグレッシブなゲームシステムにしたんですけど、まさにその今回の大会でも先に手を出してしっかりこう戦う気持ちがすっごい前に出てる選手がやっぱり案の定すごく上に上がっていったので、ゲームのシステムとこの e スポーツの盛り上がりとうまくマッチするような、タイトルになって非常に良かったなと思ってます。
It was great to see, you know, for Tekken 8 that we kind of changed the system quite drastically from the past installment to make it a focus on more of an aggressive gameplay style. So we really saw that the players at the tournament, they were able to kind of harness that, did quite well. So it was a very exciting tournament.
And how does it feel to see, you know, obviously Tekken 8 on the biggest stage? And did you expect it to, you know, I mean, Tekken has always done well, but did you expect it to do as well as it has? どう思ったかでね。
これぐらい盛り上がると想定してたのか。
いや、そうですね。鉄拳8はちょっと今年発売してからもう大会何個かやってるんですけど、大会では必ず盛り上がるっていうのは我々自信があったし、見てて面白いゲームになってるっていうのも自信があったので、今回はその自信がさらに確信に変わったっていう感じで、いい意味で本当に確信に変わったって感じですね。
He was saying that, you know, we've seen several large tournaments since we released Tekken 8. So, you know, we've seen the player base really kind of grow attached to it. So it wasn't necessarily being surprised, but it gave us even more confidence that the player base is happy so far with the game.
Nice. Well, thank you for your time, and I'm wishing you the best of luck.
Cheers, buddy. Well, as Trevor's just ditched me to go take photos, I've got Becca Henry here from G2. How did you enjoy that ceremony?
It was incredible. I think it's kind of bittersweet feeling because it's the end of 8 weeks of incredible competition. It was an incredible ceremony, but it's sad that it's over now, really.
So what happens for next year then? Obviously, we've seen Team Falcons lift the trophy.
Did you just say it wasn't an incredible ceremony?
To try and get further up and maybe even lift that in 2025.
So I think for us, it's more of the same but better. So looking at more training, figuring out better strategies. You know, we've got the flow of it now. You know, kind of coming in next year, going all in next year. Really is kind of, you know, I think the best approach, but, you know, figuring out the best ways that we can get ahead of our opponents.
Becca, we were chatting yesterday, we did a panel together and you were wonderful on it, and we were talking a lot about fans, G2 fans, because G2, you've got great teams, you compete across the spectrum of esports, but for you it's also about youth culture, it's about bringing people in and telling the stories of your players.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think this is what this whole event has been a really, really big indication of that. You know, you see, I was in the arena today watching G2 play Falcons in Rocket League. Sadly, we didn't win, but it was incredible seeing just seeing the home crowd and just, you know, I always get goosebumps whenever I go into esports venues and hearing people cheer, but just seeing that crowd today was incredible.
It was an amazing crowd. Well, listen, Becca, thank you so much. It's been an absolutely pleasure to chat to you. Maybe see you on the flight back. Thank you so much, Becca. Right then, my man TN25 has got somebody else he wants to speak to, so let's leave this carpet to his.
And we're back with more technical difficulties. We have a blank screen here, a lot of cheering, and nobody here. Oh, there we go, okay. The heck is this?
comes down to this. There is so much on the line today.
One trophy, one title.
Anything can happen here in Riyadh.
The stakes are so high. This is going to be something special.
Only one outer key will be placed and enshrined in glory onto the totem and forever live as Esports World Cup champions.
All right, obviously I can't show the Kid Cudi concert or the Steve Aoki concert because, you know, anyways, lots of technical difficulties there at the end of EWC. Unfortunate, but over the 8 weeks, I think there was a lot of cool events, a lot of cool moments. They really kind of hit on a lot of it. Fireworks show was pretty cool. Thought it was pretty funny that the Falcons owner almost took out the Crown Prince. Anyways, if you guys want to go watch the full performance, it's probably on their YouTube. I'll link it in the description below. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I think probably the highlights, at least for me, was watching Optic, compete. Obviously, they didn't do so well against FaZe, but congrats to FaZe for winning MW3. Seeing Biffle, Hisoka, and Shifty win for Team Falcons, that was pretty cool. I think that helped put them on top. It's just really cool to see how many esports organizations have so many teams, right? I think Falcons had 18 teams competing across the board, right? So I think that's really cool, and I think this is a really big for esports. Just can't wait to see if they're going to do this here in 2025. I would assume so. Just kind of the build up for all that. Anyways, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.